Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I thought of something might be something that might be interesting to listen to. It probably won't take very long. It was about my hallucinations when I was in the hospital with my second stroke a couple of months ago. Oh my heavens. I kind of scared myself. First one is pretty simple. I woke up about 3 a.m. one morning and I was convinced, and I sat by my bed and I think I was trying to get off the bed and I was setting off alarms on my bed. I was convinced that I was scheduled to go play pickleball and somebody was on their way to pick me up. And I had to get out of bed and set off all kinds of alarms, and then the nurse came in and gave me some side eye, and I thought, this guy is losing it. And I've had hallucinations before. When I was a kid, I used to often have a high fever, and the high fever would cause me hallucinations, and I'd be down in the basement and all of a sudden think that someone was after me, and I was watching television with the family downstairs, and then all of a sudden I'd get up and rush upstairs like I was being chased by a monster or something. Or I'd be in bed with a high fever and I'd be convinced that my dad was a monster or something like that coming in. Okay, anyways, so that was the first hallucination while I was in the hospital. The second one was work related, and I am ever since I quit my job with Honda back in Ohio. Let's see, when was that? Hired on in '89, 2005-ish. So from about then on, I remember I used to constantly have kind of nightmares. I'll talk about that in a minute, but first of all, my hallucination in the hospital this time. It was about a different job. It was about my job at the church, where I work on a computer and I'm taking calls and I'm making tickets and taking people's concerns and whatnot. And then, so one morning, probably 3 a.m. again, I woke up in the hospital and I was convinced that I needed to somehow connect to my computer and fill out some tickets related to some phone calls that I got. And I was looking at all the wires that how I was connected to IV and heart monitor, all these wires that was connecting me, and I was trying to figure out, hold it, where's my Wi-Fi? How do I get connected to Wi-Fi? And where's my computer? And how am I going to complete these tickets without a computer? How do I connect? I couldn't figure it out. It was like 3 in the morning, and I was sat up in bed. I probably was setting off alarms again. And once again, the nurse came in and I was trying to explain the situation. I realized fairly quickly that I was losing it, and the nurse, male nurse or woman nurse, I can't remember, was just giving me a look like, are you crazy? But anyway, so those those were my two big hallucinations in the hospital. And then growing up, I used to have a lot of hallucinations. Oh, no, I was going to talk about my Honda dreams. After leaving Honda, it was kind of like school dreams, And I think I had some in school too, where you find yourself in my dream. I'm late for work. I'm running from the parking lot, full sprint. This huge parking lot in Ohio. I'm running from the parking lot, full sprint. I sprint into my office, and I have no idea where I'm going. I can't find my locker. I don't know where my locker is. I burst into a meeting. They're talking about something. I have no clue what they're talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I have this kind of a panic attack, stress. It's so terrible. And these kind of Honda-related dreams. I think I've even had some fairly recently. But always this kind of same theme. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know where I'm supposed to be. Don't know what they're talking about in these meetings. Can't find my locker. And so now I'm going back a few more years to high school dreams. I think I had a lot of similar dreams in high school, where I couldn't find my locker, couldn't find my classroom, finally find my classroom. I don't know anybody in the class. I have no idea what they're talking about. These kind of stressful dreams, and I wake up stressed to the max. And so these are not hallucinations, but bad dreams. And so I don't know how interesting that is, but can you relate? If you can and have a similar story or whatever, comment below. Oh, this is a similar dream. It's similar dreams, but it has nothing to do with work or school. But I'd be in my dream, and my teeth would be crumbling. I would be chewing on something, a piece of candy or something, and my teeth would be crumbling like chalk. And my teeth would be all falling out, right? And oh my heavens, what a terrible shit! Spitting out teeth, all these teeth that crumbling in my mouth, and spit them out. But these are some of the dreams that caused me much grief. So, all right, do you like my Roger Federer t-shirt, Love, with the tennis ball? And I think I got this for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember, from my daughter and son-in-law. I can't remember all the details about it. But yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday we celebrated my birthday, but my birthday was 2 days ago. But I told my kids, don't bother getting me anything. But they got me a Soda Stream, because I love carbonated water, sparkling water, as it were, with no calories, no flavor, no nothing, which I can drink with my blood pressure issues. And then they got me a bucket. They just returned from Florida on a long round trip, and they got me a Buc-ee's t-shirt from Texas. These famous Buc-ee's road stops that are world famous for just being huge and all kinds of things. They got me a Buc-ee's t-shirt, which I don't have on today, but I had on yesterday. All right, thank you for listening. I hope you found this interesting. Share a story or two, if you don't mind. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.